Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be reading some more in the Book of the Lost. It looks like this. Preston. We're going to be reading chapters 10 through 12, so we're going to do 3 chapters today. So let's start where we left off. Chapter 10. Theo has an offer to show me the little corridor that leads to, and although there is no one in those torture rooms right now, I don't want to risk going in there. Pyra, Lucy, and Kevin bring our sandwiches, and we eat in silence. Hazel doesn't eat. She just stares at her food. My sandwich feels odd, as if my body is trying to keep it out. I swallow, forcing the food down. It must be getting late now, but I don't have a watch on, and there is no clock. Everyone is so quiet. I don't want to break the silence. I can see they're in their own heads, thinking about this place, no doubt, wondering how and if we'll be able to get out. I finish half the sandwich and my stomach closes up completely. I put the plate on the coffee table and focus on keeping the food down. You okay, Pyra asked? Yeah, thanks. Not all that hungry after all. Shaking my head, I replied, not really. That's okay. It takes a while to be able to eat normally. It doesn't seem right getting used to everything that goes on here, enough to be able to shake the nauseated feeling in my stomach. I have to go in one of those rooms. Now that Pyra has broken the silence, my thoughts spill out. And put this empty plate down. Some have waited weeks, others days. Days or weeks. Great. I hope Hazel gets weeks. She needs more time to adjust. They might see that. And if they do, they can make her go sooner. Don't think about that, Piper. You'll drive yourself mad. Believe me, Kevin says, shaking his head as he's recalling early days here. How do you not think about it, I ask. My mind flicks back to those rooms about every 3 seconds. They sound so awful. It makes my head throb every time a room is mentioned. What will you do when you get out of here, Theo asks. He's on a distraction mission, and I'm grateful. Lock myself in my bedroom to binge Netflix and eat junk where I should be now. He smiles, but his dark eyes are sad. I miss junk food. Netflix and junk binge at my house as soon as we're out? Sounds good, he replies, managing a slight laugh. Hazel stands abruptly, and my heart jumps. She looks down and glares, her eyes firing daggers at us. Haze, what's up? You're planning a goddamn... let's not say that word. You're planning a Netflix... Sorry, God. Repent. Sorry. Okay, you're planning a Netflix night while we're stuck in here. I feel so bad now. We're going to die, Piper. Why can't you accept that? Taking a breath to calm my nerves, I stand and clench my trembling hands. We're not going to die. Stop saying that. Could Hazel please come to the waist, though I have a good idea? That's what they call the corridor leading to the clothes room. No, Hazel shouts. She may have been a statue when Theo and I were talking about this place, but her hearing is fine. She knows what it means to go into that corridor. Isn't that right? Wait, this isn't right. I argue, stepping into Hazel's side. She grips my arms, her fingertips digging into my flesh. She's supposed to have longer. Could Hazel please come to the waiting room? Caleb repeats. Hazel's breathing quickens. Her eyes widen to saucers. No. My heart pounds, the pulse swishing in my ears. She's not ready. She can't do this yet. Can I shout? Looking at the same camera Theo turned to. Can I do it instead? Could Piper please come to the waiting room? Caleb says. I can hear the smile in his now musical tone. He knew this was going to happen. Piper, Hazel whispers. I'm okay. I tug my arm out of her grip and walk towards the door. No one says a word, and I'm not sure if that's because they're in shock that this is happening so soon, or if they never give a pep talk. What can you say anyway? I run my tongue along my dry bottom lip and push the door open. You are fine, and you're going to be fine. The corridor is long and turns a corner. I close my eyes. You can do this. Without looking back, because I can't stand to see the guilt in Hazel's eyes right now, I step forward and allow the door to close behind me. This is it. I'm here now. I place my palm on the wall to steady my wobbling legs and shuffle down the narrow walkway. Caleb has gone uncharacteristically quiet. Go, what more does he need to say? He told Hazel to go because he knew I would volunteer in her place. Everything that he wanted to happen is now in motion. Swallowing a lump the size of a bowling ball, I turn the corner. There is a door, obviously up ahead. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. My hand grazes the smooth wall as I take my last few steps. Caleb hasn't told me to go through the door, but waiting here seems pointless. I turn the handle, still using my other hand to keep me vertical. I am breathing fast as I step into the clothes room. The hooks that Hazel and I took our bags from have been refilled. Two new bags embroidered with a S sit in their place. They've been in here after us, setting up for the next person. Sit, sit, sit. You guys need help, I mutter. I walk into the middle of the small room and drop my hands to my sides. It's only when I'm waiting for instruction that my heart starts to beat loudly. I'm alone. I'm going into one of those rooms. What have I done? I gasp, desperate to feel my deflating lungs. I want out of home and I want my mom. Open the door to the corridor, Piper. Caleb instructs. No, don't want to. My earlier confidence has abandoned me, and for the first time since they locked us up in here, I feel as scared as I should. Open the door, Piper. My arm lifts almost independently, but my body following orders. This is what I need to do. I have to turn off, go somewhere else, so whatever is about to happen only affects my body. I walk through the door, and I'm back at almost the start. The corridor of doors. The start of the labyrinth of horrors. Which room? Room 2 is open, Piper. Room 2. Which one is that again? Temperature. I think it's exposure. That can do. My town is on flat land. We get no shelter from the bitterly cold wind in the winter or the blistering sun in the summer. I don't know which one is room 2, but logic would suggest one of the doors closest to the entrance. There are 3 on either side. I walk with renewed confidence to the other end of the corridor. And I look to my right and then my left. One of the doors must be room 2. I raise my hand and push. The door to my right is locked. Turning my body, I face the door. I'm about to go in and give that one a push. It slides open. I shuffle my feet forward, though my muscles lock, trying to keep me from entering. Maybe they're all in on it. Maybe Theo, Kevin, Pyra, and Lucy are friends of Caleb's too, and they're all having a joke at my expense. Don't be so naive, Piper. I take 3 steps and I'm inside the room. It's okay, small, probably the same size as a standard prison cell and painted brilliant white. There's a thin mattress and gray blanket on the floor. How long am I going to be in here? Behind me, the door closes and a loud clank echoes through the room. I've been locked in. It's deathly quiet in here, probably soundproof. Caleb Caleb chuckles. It's almost as if he can hear my thoughts. Lie down, Piper. The fun is about to begin. Fun? I blink tears from my eyes, stumble forward, and my legs give way. My knees hit the mattress, and my hands break my fall. Taking a ragged breath, I look up around the room. There are 2 black circles in the 2 corners of the ceiling, far too high for me to reach, of course. The light dims, and the rattling of fans fills the air. Chapter 11. I grip the blanket in my fist as my eyes flit around the room, searching for the net. There are 2 on the walls near the floor. They're white like the walls, so not immediately identifiable. Warm air hits me. At first, it's nice, but the temperature keeps rising. Is Caleb controlling this? I can just see him with his hand on his thermostat, laughing at the room as the room heats. I would definitely be more comfortable if I weren't wearing sweatpants, but it's still bearable. Dropping my head back against the painted brick, I close my eyes. You're fine? This is okay. The temperature rises again. It's close to being out in the sun for hours. How does it get so hot so quickly? Will anyone talk to me in here? I don't want to hear from Caleb, Owen, or Matt, but voices would be comfort. It's so small and isolated in here. Theo said hours, right? I could be in here for hours. This isn't the sleep deprivation room. I can handle 2 hours on my own in the heat. I swat my neck as a bead of sweat trickles down my collarbone. My eyes are still closed because the room is depressing, and I've only been in here about 5 minutes. 1 hour and 55 minutes to go. I squeeze my eyes together. You're on a beach in the Mediterranean. The sun is shining, and oh my God, it's hot. It's so hot. My eyes fly open as the air thickens to the point where I can barely breathe. My skin prickles. I grip the waistband of my sweatpants and shove them down, desperately trying to cool off. This is what they want. I sob, my heart sinking as I realize they're winning right now. I want to fight back, but it's too much. I gasp as I kick the sweats over my heels. My head flops to the side as I can't read today. As I tug the hem of my sweatshirt, I need to get it off too, but my muscles feel as if they're melted. Gripping the material in my fist, I raise my arm and pull the sweatshirt over my head. I drop it to the floor and exhale. My palms are sweating, but I don't have the energy to wipe them. I don't even care that I'm sitting here in my underwear. It's just a relief to have the fleecy material away from my skin. My insides are bowling. I want to claw at my skin and relieve the itching that feels like ants buried under my flesh. This is hell. How long have I been in here? I slide down the wall and my face presses into the mattress. I should roll onto the floor. It's probably cooler, but my body is boneless. Every part of me is soaked with sweat. My lungs burn with each scorching breath I take. My eyes close on their own accord. It feels as if I've been in here for hours already, but realistically, it's probably been about 15 minutes. Why do they do this? Why do they like this? What are they getting out of it? I'm floating. Ha, I can float. The heat is doing something, not just turning my skin pink and itchy, making me sweat and drying out my lips, but it's lifting me up. I'm weightless. This is okay. See, I knew it would be okay. I'm flying, floating up and up toward the cool darkness. I raise my arm and flex my fingers. I want the dark. My arm drops, thudding lightly against the mattress, and I fall into that darkness. I wake with a start. My skin pebbling breaks me from my sleep. I gasp, and my breath takes a little cloud in front of me. Whoa, it's cold. Sitting up, I reach for my clothes. Wait, I left them right here. Leaping to my feet, I look around the floor. My clothes are gone. Someone was in here with me. Caleb, I snatched the light blanket that was underneath me when I slept and wrapped it around my exposed body. I still have my underwear on, thank God, but I hate that they've seen so much of me. Don't think about that. Nothing matters right now other than surviving. I have to get through this by any means. I sink to the floor and curl my arms around my knees, tugging the blanket over my head, tightening my arms in an attempt to keep warm. How far would they go again before switching the temperature? Will they let me pass out? Is that what happens when you get too cold? My body is still damp with sweat, or maybe I'm just extremely cold. I don't know. Am I wet? I run my finger down my icy arm under the blanket, but I can't tell. Somehow I need to warm up. I tighten my grip around my legs, training myself around my own body and burying my head in my knees. The blanket is around my head, completely covering every inch of my body. Why don't I feel any warmer? I close my eyes, think about something else, what mom and dad would be doing right now, because besides looking for their missing daughter, they'll find me. Parents don't stop hunting and they don't give up, so I can't either. But it's so cold, the bitter chill seeps into my bones. Mom will be at home. Don't they make someone stay at home in case there's a phone call or something? She could be waiting for a ransom while dad frantically drives all over town. He might be with Hazel's dad. My teeth chatter. Why am I cold? I raise my head to see what's going on, but it doesn't move. Every muscle in my body is stiff, too weak to support the weight of my head. I can't even move my hand. Wiggle your fingers. I try. I focus so hard, even going as far as picturing it in my head so my body knows what to do. But I still stay unable to move except for the aggressive trembling that's taking over my body. Where am I? My head swims. I can only see darkness. Your head is in your knees. Am I dreaming? I dream a lot, but never like this. Goodness, it's freezing. I close my eyes again as my mind floats. What am I doing here? Where? I sink into the dark, icy abyss. Chapter 12. Groaning, I grip my pounding head with both hands and tentatively crack my eyes open. The temperature is warm, not cooling nor freezing, but warm. Low lighting fills the small room. Around as the blanket slips down my body, the door is open. It's open. I slam my palms on the floor and haul myself to my feet. My vision blurs as the blood drains from my head. I fall sideways, my body hits the wall, and my head rolls to the side. How long have I been in here? I don't remember much, just being hot and then cold. Beyond that, my memory is blank. I take a minute and focus on the rising and falling of my chest, my lungs filling with oxygen until I'm used to being vertical. When I don't feel like I'm going to hit the floor, I take a step. My legs work. On a gasp, I sprint out of the door and along the corridor. I push open the door to the clothes room and lunge for a bag marked S. This is why they have so many bags hanging up, replacements. Will I end up in only my underwear in each room? I tear at the opening and pull on the clothes. Once the soft material covers every inch of my skin, I breathe easier. Tears sting the back of my eyes. I look up, willing them not to fall. They've taken so much out of me, I don't want them to see me cry too. Caleb is quiet. No one tells me to go back in the room with the others, but they don't need to. It's pretty obvious. It's not like Caleb is going to open the front door and let me go free. I can't even promise them that I wouldn't go to the police if they let me go. Not after that. I would rather die and keep their sick secret. The curving corridor feels longer. I pad down the hall, my body shivering from the last cold snap. I think they changed the temperature 6 times, but I can't really remember. When it was hot, I passed out every time. All I really know is that I always woke up freezing. The door, trash people. Sorry. The door at the other end opens. Theo is the only person to walk toward me, but Pyra, Lucy, and Kevin are behind him. My best friend is nowhere to be seen. I wrap my arms around myself, pushing back on the ache in my head, in my stomach. Are you okay? Theo asks. He stops just a few feet from me, and I do the same. I meet his eyes. Am I okay? I mean, I'm not really. I have just been exposed to extreme temperatures. I'm weak. My body doesn't know if it's warm or still ice cold, and mentally, I'm done. They saw you without clothes. That might even be the worst part, the dignity of having at least 3 pairs of eyes seeing so much of my skin without permission. It's a stark reminder of the power they hold. I'm just along for the ride, and if I want to live, I have to do whatever they want. It's all right. Come on, Theo. It was so hot, then it was so cold. Last one was cold, right? Theo asks. Yeah, so cold. He turns away. Kevin, can you put the kettle on? The kettle, I asked. My grandmother always says a nice cup of tea can fix almost anything. This isn't one of those things. Face twists in sympathy as he glances back at me. It helps to warm up from the inside. Oh, I reply, maybe Grandma is onto something. I follow Theo back into the main room. Pyra hands me a blanket and gives me a sympathetic smile. Thanks, I say, taking it from her and curling up on a single chair. Hazel is nowhere to be seen. Where is she? She's in bed, Pyra offers, somehow guessing I'm thinking about my friend. She's upset and feeling guilty that you were in her place. Right. I honestly don't know what to do with that. I just need her to be here. I don't think she's asleep if you want to go in and see her. I shake my head and touch my freezing lips. The skin feels rough. I just want to warm up. Ira sits on the chair closest to me. Drink your tea, and then I'll get you some lip balm. They're chopped. They feel it. Yes, always happens. Don't worry. They'll be back to normal in a day or so. I don't want to think about that now. How many times do they change the temperature? I couldn't keep up. She shrugs. I don't know. I always pass out. The heat is a accurate description. Knowing the heat is coming back is hell. There's very little repr- reprieve, I guess. The cold, although torturous, doesn't last long. It's all about the heat, about making you feel like your body is on fire and your life is slowly burning out. I need a shower. Hot sweats and cold sweats have me feeling gross. Warm up first, Kevin says, putting a mug of tea on the coffee table. Trust me, you're only going to feel worse if you get into that hot shower when you're still shivering. I raise my hands, and sure enough, they're shaking. What time is it? I ask. Early hours of the morning, I would guess. It's been dark a long time. My parents will be looking by now. They'll have the police out looking. Kevin and Theo share a glance, their expression holding an entire conversation. What? I ask. Well, no one has found anything on Caleb, Owen, and Matt, and it's been over a year. Right. But that doesn't mean that they won't eventually be found. No, it doesn't, Theo replies. But there is nothing about his words or his flat tone that make me think he believes them. God, I breathe. I don't really want to say that. Damn, I breathe. I would rather say that. I feel like I'm saying God's name in vain when I do that. What if there is no evidence again? No clues as to where we could be. I didn't see anyone else when I spoke to Caleb or when he picked us up. Who is going to know? Hera laughs. This is what they do, and they're damn experts at it. She says, gesturing in the air. They're not going to make a mistake and risk being found. I dip my head, embarrassment filling my cheeks. Right, but he shouldn't be embarrassed. I have hope. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound cruel, she murmurs. No, it's okay. I lift my eyes and give her a smile. I'll just have this and then take some water to go to bed. And go to bed. I want sleep. Kara's lips twitch as she's trying to smile but can't quite make it. She doesn't think I'm going to get any sleep tonight. I'm fine, though. I know the situation I'm in, but I'm not going to sit back and allow them to win. Somehow, I'll find a way out. And no matter what they do to me before that happens, I'll deal with it. I'm stronger than they give me credit for. I don't give up when there is hope, not ever. Picking up my tea, I hold it in both hands, letting the heat from the mug seep into my skin. My arms are pebbled with goosebumps still. I take a sip. You're doing well, Theo says. Remember, if you need to talk or cry or shout, that's okay too. Thanks, I appreciate that, but I'm all right. What's the point in breaking down? It's not going to help. Caleb and his crew have no empathy. They don't care if someone is hurt. They relish in the pain of others. If I fall apart, they win. Maybe I have watched one too many true crime shows, or maybe I've saved my life by watching them. I feel the cold deep in my bones, but the tea is taking the edge off of it. When I'm finished, I take my cup to the sink and go to the bathroom. In the cabinet are new toothbrushes, so I tear one out of the packaging and brush my teeth. You are fine. They may well have hurt me, but I'm still here. I'm still fighting bastards. I finish up in the bathroom and make my way toward the bed opposite of the ones claimed. I don't have much energy left, but I need to get to the top bunk. My legs are weak, my body still adjusting to the drastic changes in temperature, and my head throbbing with a headache. I pull myself up, gritting my teeth as my muscles strain and protest and slump down onto the mattress. Hazel is in the bed below. She doesn't say a word or even move, so I assume she's found sleep. Curling in the quilt around me, effectively making a cocoon, I close my eyes and wait. I can see the white walls of the torture room, and my body feels red hot. I flick my eyes open again. Okay, so Pyra might be right about not being able to sleep. The image of that room needs to leave. Think about something else. Justin Bieber, Liam Hemsworth, becoming a super successful detective and putting men like Caleb behind bars, anything. I've always been curious about people who turn to crime. I love getting a glimpse into the minds of the most infamous murderers. When I'm out of here and finishing school, that's what I'm going to concentrate on. One day, I'll be catching guys like Caleb, Owen, and Matt. I just have to survive them right now. I close my eyes again, repeating in my head how I'll win. This time, I don't see the room. I clutch the quilt, holding on to something rough me to this room. I'm here, not back in there. I'm still cool, but warming up. My body won't get too hot this time. As I'm drifting, soft music fills the air. I want to listen, place it because I don't recognize the song, but my eyes are too heavy and my mind is drifting. You've got this. Keep breathing. With a long exhale, I let my body loosen, my muscles relax, and I sink deeper into the mattress. I will win. And that was chapter 12. And I'm going to try to be on later with 13 through 16. And again, this is the book we're reading, A Lost. If you want to buy it or read it on your own if you missed anything, it's a great book. So hopefully it gets more interesting. Anyways, I'll be on later, guys.